So here we have the outlet tester, the voltage tester, the screwdrivers that I used, the cover plate for the outlet, and this is a 20 amp outlet. The one I replaced was also 20 amps. And I have a picture here just to make it clear so you can tell. Okay, so here we have two outlets. The one on the left is a 15 amp outlet. The one on the right is a 20. You can tell by the prong. You have three prongs here. The circular one is the ground. The one on the left, over here and over here, that is the neutral. On the right, that is the hot. And you can tell the difference between the 15 and the 20. The 20 amp has this little T on its side. Okay. This one doesn't on the left. Also, you can recognize the hot prong or slit. It's smaller than the other one. This one here on the right is smaller than this one on the left. And the same thing over here. And you can expect, you can see them on this one. On the right side you'll have, usually you have two brass screws, and those will be for the hot. On the left you have two silver screws, those will be for the neutral. And then you should have a green screw down here somewhere, and that usually will be green. So when connecting the wiring to the outlet, you can use the side wiring, and in that case you simply take the wire, strip it if you need to, make a J-hook and wrap it around the wire and tighten it tight. On the right side you'll have the brass screws or terminals, and generally you'll have one hot wire. It could be blue, it could be black or red. You could have one white, which will be the neutral, and one bare or green, which will be the ground. So either way you connect the hot wire, again blue or, to the brass terminal, tighten the screws firm, and if you're not using a particular screw, no wire's going to go on it, go ahead and tighten it, keep it flat to the outlet. Again, it's going to vary. You could have several reds, or you could just have one. You could have one neutral, or you can have several. But generally you're going to have one ground, which will be either bare or green. So again, the two brass screws on the right side are for the hot. The ones on the other side, the silver, will be for the neutral or the white. And then you'll have usually a green screw toward the bottom of the outlet, and that will be for the ground, which will be either, again, bare or green. Now you can also have back wiring. In this case, the screws will have a little plate under it. You would simply loosen the screw a little bit and then put the wire under the plate and then tighten the screw, and you're good to go. That'll be for the hot and for the neutral. On the ground screw, that one you want to go ahead and do a little J-hook and wrap it around the screw and then tighten, and then you install the outlet to the wall. So here's the outlet or receptacle tester that is really a must tool for the do-it-yourself person. It can really help you out in doing some jobs. And here's the troubleshooting that you can use. Depending on the number of lights or which lights go on, what configuration you have, this is what issues you can have. Obviously, the last one is the one you want. If you're working on something or you finish the job, you want it to be correct. You want the wire to be correct. So the last thing you want to do once you've done your installation is check it out, and hopefully you have two lights on the right. The yellow lights, the yellow is a light on, the white means no light, red means a light. Okay, so the only one that doesn't have any lights on is the open hot. So that is not connected right, or it could be that it was left out or it got loose. Okay, open ground on top over there has one light in the middle on, and then two lights on the on the other side are not on. So just the middle one, open ground, again, simply means that your outlet either doesn't have a ground or it got loose from the screw, or anyway, you can troubleshoot with that. But the main one you want to look at once you finish the job is that the two lights on the right go on. That tells you that the wiring was done correctly. Okay, so that is a must-have tool that I would really recommend, along with a voltage tester. A lot of times, if I'm working in an outlet and I know I have power, I'll just use a regular lamp. I have a little lamp that I use when I do my plumbing under the sink and so forth. So I just plug it in. If it's working, okay, I need it off. I go to the breaker, turn the breaker off. My lamp should go out, and I make sure that I test both plugs just to make sure. One of the reasons I replaced this outlet was because the cover plate was broken, as you can see from here. Don't know how it got broken. Got a lot of equipment here. Here I connected a little lamp that I use. I got power. Then I'm going to the breaker. Turned it off. There you go. And I have the outlet tester there. Again, no light. Tested both of those just to make sure. I did use the voltage tester off camera. So for sure I don't have any power. And you can see the screws on the right. Those are the brass ones. That's where the hot ones, the hot wire will go. And then for this particular one, I have one hot wire, black, one neutral, white, and of course the ground wire. Depending whether the outlet is feeding another outlet, you could have two hot, two neutral, one ground. And then if you're not going to use this outlet, and I'm not, but I went ahead and unscrewed these. I could have just cut them. If you have plenty of wire, you can just get some wire cutters and cut it, and then strip it back to the way it should be, so you can mount it to the outlet. Go. So again, one hot wire on the right, one neutral on the left for this particular one, and the ground wire toward the bottom. There are the wires. I need to straighten up the hot wire and the neutral wire, because they're going to go under the plate there, as you can see, instead of going around the screw. This is back wiring, so it goes under that plate, and then you tighten it, and then I do the same thing on the other side with the white. The white goes under the silver screw, under the plate, then tighten it snug, and then the ground, I did wrap it around the green screw, or the ground screw, and then I'm putting it back together. Again, it was still working, but because the cover plate was broken, didn't want to take any chances, so just putting it back together here. And you can adjust it to straighten it out. Mine's a little bit crooked, but when I come back and put the electrical tape around the terminals, I'll go ahead and straighten it up. But you can tell it's a little bit crooked when I finish with the video here. But tested it, and the wires are okay. And again, you can see it is 20 amp because of the T on its side. Okay, 2 lights again is what you want on each upper and lower part of the outlet. So, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.